And we're live. Oh, my bad. Which made it just in time, y'all. Let me check my stupid. Make sure my mic is not too loud for y'all. Here we go.
Soul sacrifice.
Pop up the chat real quick. I'm not sure if 6 was the right idea.
This place is so grimy it makes my back itch. Or would it be my spine?
Welcome, welcome. Blacklist. Review and taboo magic that sacrifices your flesh. Black arts can be activated in quest by meeting conditions. I'm just gonna wait 1 minute more. Now this is music right here. Honestly, I do care about getting views, but I'm mostly doing this live stream because the love I have for this game. I love this game so much. Like, I used to play Monster Hunter, but like I felt like this was always one of the games that I just felt like I was God. I'll be posting some. So I'm thinking about probably posting like some builds like on TikTok or something. Because I feel like this game doesn't really get all that much love, really. I'm gonna give it 1 more minute. Then we shall start the story. Once you hit the 5-minute mark, I'm gonna get started. Crap, I need to get some water real quick. Okay, let's get started. Wait a minute. Oh, there we go.
It is beyond my control.
That was how she explained the bloodlust within her.
The sight of blood disgusts me.
Sotiara said this with a sigh. She continued despondently.
Yet no one believes me.
I told her that was not true. She calmed herself and said,
Thank you.
We heard a howl from dead ahead. The appointed victim of our, no, my, ordeal. I finally understood my partner, and the ordeal would soon end. I knew this was coming. I knew that our partnership was cursed. And that one of us would have to die.
Oh my god. Harpy! This disgusting creature. Let's read, shall we? Let's see what this one says. I'm using my PlayStation 4 controller, by the way. Fat burns fearsomely well, in fact, and the loose hanging folds of the harpy are no exception. There was once a noble woman of monstrous proportion, formerly slender of frame, and an incident occurred that changed her forever. A broken heart, grief-stricken, she turned to food to plug the hole in her heart. And as her appetite grew, so did her size. One day, she left her mansion to sate her glut. As was her custom, her knees ached under her ballooning weight. Walking was now, alas, something of a struggle. On arriving at a nearby market, she saw her favorite fruit at a stall and toddled over. Just as she arrived at the vendor, stood up, and their eyes met. On that day, that stall, she fell in love once more. Thereafter, she visited every day. Lovesickness whetted her appetite even more. But even as she ate, she became sensitive about her size. How could anyone love this profound? I've never seen that word. Rotundity. But the more her worries ate away at her, the more she had to eat. And then one day, without warning, their love was rent asunder. The street vendor was nowhere to be found. Inquiring among the other street vendors, she learned that he'd moved to a far town. Utterly distraught, she returned to her mansion and wept. She yearned to see him, but her excess and Cumulus ruled out long-distance travel. Soon, exhausted from weeping, she heard a strange voice and was greeted by the vision of a chalice. To fulfill your desire, you must make an offering. The voice kindled hope in her heart, and she obeyed its instructions. She offered up her lardy surplus. Her blubbery corpulus flowed like tallow and reformed as mighty wings. With a flap, she darted into the sky like a bird. In no time at all, she arrived at her beloved's new town. Searching from on high, she saw him, but he was not alone. The vendor was married and living happily with his new wife. She stared in blank amazement. Once again, her heart had been broken. Why? This was the worst she could have possibly imagined, yet she felt strangely unmoved. How could she feel so calm? I thought myself in love with what man, and yet nothing. And gazed at the street vendor from afar. Neither his looks nor status appealed one bit. Still, she couldn't deny the powerful spark of emotion the day they first met. Then it occurred to her, it wasn't love that she had felt. Certainly it was an intense desire, but it was something altogether different. Come to think of it, she had fallen for him upon seeing her favorite fruit. Doesn't he look scrumptious? She had craved his flesh so terribly, she thought herself in love. As the street vendor pleaded for his life, she gurgled, My what an exquisite treat you shall be. She swallowed him whole, but it was not enough to satisfy her hunger. She proceeded to devour everything he had. She ate his wife, she ate his livestock, and she even ate his home and furnishings. She gorged and gorged until sharp pains ran through her stomach as she fainted. In her unconscious state, the voice whispered to her once more. Deep within her heart, she screamed of her insatiable hunger. More. I want to eat more. Again, her flesh melted away, her stomach opened into a gaping hole. With this hole, she would be able to expel anything she ate immediately. Nothing would settle in her stomach. She would never be full again. She could relish the pleasure of. She knows no greater pleasure than mealtime. However bruised and bled she may become, she will never pass up a feast. And as she eats, she is defenseless. It's the same thing. Eating eternally and continually, she couldn't have been happier. Though her humanity was forfeit, hers was a fitting conclusion. It is said she looks down from the sky even now, scouring the land for a deliciously handsome man to pounce upon. Fire is your weakness. I want to bring that for her. What else should I bring for her? Wait, have I unlocked my... Oh, I don't have unlocked that yet. Oh crap, I should have read that.
I am lucky you're my partner. Now, let us be off.
Isn't that sweet? Let me see if I see any more shards I can collect. I can just go ahead and fight it. Is there a... Come here, punk! Oh, look at her ugly face. Not mind if I do.
Make a sacrifice.
Keep up the fight. You keep killing, I'll keep sacrificing. What the heck is this? Oh my god!
Slow me down.
Oh my god, that's disgusting. Why was I just stuck like that? Is all that crap she did to me? I could just keep spamming this on you. Well, that was quick. I wasted this.
Killing. That's what I came for.
Please, spare me my life.
Okay, so look what. Okay, so you know what? We're gonna sacrifice her first, right? So here's what I'm gonna do. First, I'm gonna sacrifice first, then see what.
Killing. That's what.
Could you shut up, Satiara? Jesus.
Please, spare me my life.
Let me see. Weren't you about
Killing. That's what I.
a lot bigger than that? Get over here, Satiara.
Drown this world in blood.
That's pretty edgy, don't you think? Very edgy.
We survived. The monster was vanquished, and we both had our lives. But all was not well. Half of all who undertake this ordeal forfeit their lives. That much was unmistakable. Indeed, that is why I was careful not to grow too close to Sortiara. But nevertheless, the truth was simple. I thought of her as a friend. I realized this was dangerous. My resolve was being tested. My resolve as a sorcerer. There was only one thing to do. I had to make a sacrifice for the ordeal. I had to sacrifice the life of my partner.
Wait a minute, I want to go back.
Quite a mad indoctrination, was it not? The vile sorcerer's ordeal. Could you walk over an ally's corpse to achieve your goals? For that's the sort of metal the ordeal demands. Just one step away from completion.
Nope, we're not
The
gonna do
truth was simple. We survived.
This time we're gonna save her. I could have suffered worse than traveling with you. Satyra said before reaching our journey's end, don't die, will you? Offering auto restore.
I am lucky you're my partner. Now, let us be off.
Yeah. Man, she sounds so sweet. Let's just. Oh, she ate you, boy! Right over here, bitch.
Make it rain. I'll bleed you dry.
I missed!
Slow me down and I'll be
Okay, she's almost. I'm gonna get her out the sky, please.
That's what I came here.
Hold up there, darling.
Please, spare me my life.
Killing. That's what I came
Could you shut up?
Please, spare me my life.
Killing. That's what I came here for.
Oh, so when you like touch, press
Spare me
on the
my life.
joysticks is what happens. You have to press it again, just don't do it, which is annoying.
Killing. That's what I
Good push. Yep, that's her. That's Harpy.
We survived. The monster was vanquished, and we both had our lives. But all was not well. Half of all who undertake this ordeal forfeit their lives.
That one didn't change that much.
That much was unmistakable. Indeed, that is why I was careful not to grow too close to Sortiara. But nevertheless, the truth was simple. I thought of her as a friend. I realized this was dangerous. My resolve was being tested. My resolve as a sorcerer. There was only one thing to do. I had to make a sacrifice for the ordeal. I had to sacrifice the life of my partner. I had to stop myself from feeling any sense of camaraderie. for such emotions could only get in the way. So much happened on the journey. Sutiara was at once cruel and kind, barbarous and gentle. These memories haunt me. I wish them gone, I do. For they tear away at my heart. My eyes met hers. She probably felt exactly the same as I did. Her memories live on. It is the only consolation there is on this cruel ordeal we faced together.
Yeah, now they want me to fight her. I guess it kind of sucks. My father was sacrificed, but I bear no grudge. Indeed, if it is toward. Wow. As agents who eliminate those who disobey the rules of the ordeal.
Fighting against you is so trying. Still, it will only take an instant to kill you.
Oh, really? Where you at, girl? Oh God, girl!
I was defiled the very day I was born. This led me to despise all the world had to offer.
I'm stuck! You know,
I met you.
what? That didn't take effect? I hit it by accident, y'all.
Who knew fighting with you would be so trying? We must part.
Girl, die already!
pity me. Why did you help me? Does this not make it harder?
I mean, it kind of does. Oh, you hit me in the back like that, girl? Ah, my back! Where is she at?
Needed your friendship. I should have never known you at all. What? Lacrima. I already, yeah, know that. I almost got hit because of you. Kill me now. Please.
Yeah.
Why did you help me? Does this not make it harder?
Actually. Is that the best you got? You're too weak.
Kill me now.
Sorry, it had to be done. There's a lot of sigils.
Sortiara's memories and emotions came flooding through my right arm. along with something dark and terrifying. The blight of true sacrifice. It feels like she is still somewhere inside there.
Be right back.
Sortiara's bloodlust is now my own. I dread to think of what will become of me, body or mind. And so, I started this journal. My ill fate may not be far off. The signs have begun to manifest. But even now, my right arm tells me that she is still here. With all of her hatred, all of her sorrow, and a dash of hope. This sensation is all that comforts me in my loss of a true friend. Several days later, my admittance into Avalon was confirmed.
Avalon, baby!
Avalon coordinated sorcerers and their monster extermination. It was here that I met him. The man with eternal life. Now we inaugurate the author's new life as a bona fide sorcerer. What travels now await you? You will see as more pages become available as Phantom Quests. Uh-oh! You're not ready to read the other pages. There are still a few pages that you need to read first. Sortiara's soul dwells in my right arm. The soul speaks to me in a faint voice. I have decided to jot down what I can make out, so that it may serve as a record. So that someone, somewhere, can one day read of the sorceress Sortiara.
There is no denying that I was insane. It was triggered when I discovered the secret of my birth. Defiled as I was, I came to despise the world and envy all within it. What an abhorrent woman I became. Detesting all the world offered, selfishness, led to self-loathing. Deep within me, I nurtured a hideous monstrosity known as bloodlust. When we first became partners, you too were a target of my hate. With your righteous manner, you were everything I was not. Of course, I was terribly alone, living as I had for so long. I had never known a single friend. Until I met you.
Oh, that sucks.
When you patted my back, that alone eased my suffering beyond measure. I felt happiness. If we had met under different circumstances, we could have been... No, that's unlike me. I allowed myself to imagine what could never be. And so I bear you no ill will. Although my life was spoiled by hatred, in my final moments, I felt what it means to be human. Thank you. However, I must apologize. My bloodlust has now passed into your right arm. Therein lies the terrible monstrosity reared deep within my soul. My first and final friend, I can only hope this foul horror will not beget your destruction. Until my dying breath, I prayed for only that.
Wow.
What do you imagine our dear author thought of Sortiara's final words? The bloodlust inherited from Sortiara is a unique force indeed. With its power, our humble protagonist will influence the course of this very world. Go on and see how this grand tale unfolds.
Oh boy. That's finished. Changing your factional affiliation effects of sacrifice saving results according to your faction beliefs. Well, that's a neutral arm. What the heck? Yeah, we don't have anything. It's really sad that, like, we didn't get much stuff to spread with her, but we had to end up murking her like that. It began right after the Avalon trial when Satyr was lost. My life was, as a sorcerer, I mean, Satyr's curse continued to consume my right arm. Several years would pass before I encountered Magusar. In the years before I first met Magusar, I roamed the land and talked to many sorcerers. From them, I learned new ways to do battle. For example, I was taught how to combo spells. Add frost, magic attacks. Sure. Seeing red, I can't go that way. Oh, this. The Wicked Sorcerer, Chapter 1.
Hey up!
It was no good. The sorcerer had me cornered. I had just been passing through town. Our eyes happened to meet, and he swiftly offered me a unique fruit.
It's good. Try it.
I obliged, and the moment I finished eating, he came at me.
That fruit's not cheap, you know.
It was a scam. The man demanded a fortune, enough for 3 modest castles.
If you can't pay, you'll have to work off your debt.
He persisted 3 days and nights. I lost the Battle of Wills. And so I ended up helping the sorcerer with his work.
What are these goblins? Once a terrible plague that afflicted multitudes throughout the land, it spread at terrifying speed, claiming countless victims. Seeing the plague's pitiless progress, sorcerers who had mastered the healing arts sought out its progenitor. Many thought it was strange that sorcerers disciples of the dark arts should show such concern for the plight of others. To the sorcerers, this was unfair. Theirs was unnecessary evil. Their goal, maintenance of order. All that set them apart was their willingness to bend morality to their purpose. The sorcerers left no stone unturned in their search for the scourge Source. It came to pass the culprit was a creature none expected, the rat. The plague spread rapidly in areas of heavy rat infestation. Armed with this knowledge, a strategy was devised. Very simple: exterminate as many rats as possible. The only problem was that rats, as the carriers of the plague, were dangerous. The people were too afraid to approach them for fear of the disease. But soon enough, one sorcerer was inspired to design special traps for killing rats. A magically enhanced poison was used as bait, and any rat caught in trap would consume the slow-acting toxin, then return to their lair to spread the effects. The idea was to exterminate as many as possible at a single stroke. As use of the magic trap spread, the number of plague infected fell dramatically. It seemed a solution had been found until a fresh problem arose. A new creature had come into being. There were reports that rats were forming groups to attack humans, functioning as one. These gregarious beasts fall into sync almost immediately. The threat they pose grows exponentially as their numbers rise. It seems that some rats exposed to the magic poison had managed to survive and had mutated after consuming more of the bait. In addition to the physical changes, there was something else these rats shared: an implacable hatred of mankind. Nature was instinctive. There was hate, a shared memory deep within these creatures of mankind, and the poison that had slain so many of their brethren. Groups of mutated rats attacked people, feasting on corpses. Certain monsters are quick to adapt to their environment. Even fiends that appear familiar can pose a new and surprising threat. Stay ever careful. Those creatures that in harsher climates are harsher. There was an inevitability that their form would take on twisted human elements. After all, to fight humans, what could be better than human-like form? Over time, these mutated groups of rats were given a name: goblins. They breed at a rate that far surpasses that of humans. Some fear that one day these creatures spawned from mutated rats, they would take man's place. I have become indebted to him, and all because I accepted a piece of fruit. I doubt I ever felt more pathetic.
They say money isn't everything. Well, they're wrong.
What the hell?
Killing monsters like that earn you much money. bring you much money.
Die already, sucker. Is that everything? How much do we have? Carnotoxia look horrendous. Horrendous.
Keep it up. Find things we can sell.
Look at his tummy.
In the world of men, wealth and power serve to measure one's worth. Only sorcerers have their own ways of judging people. We risk our lives daily in fierce combat. For many sorcerers, wealth is an abstraction. This man was an exception. I'd never seen a sorcerer so obsessed with counting beans.
Keep your nose to the grindstone till you're paid off.
He laughed as he spoke, revealing his shiny gold teeth.
I'm sorry.
Only sorcerers
I
have
ruined
their
it, I'm
own
sorry.
ways of judging people. We risk our lives daily in fierce combat. For many sorcerers, wealth is an abstraction. This man was an exception. I'd never seen a sorcerer so obsessed with counting beans.
Keep your nose to the grindstone till you're paid off.
He laughed as he spoke, revealing his shiny gold teeth. I could only sigh. Carnotox. I nearly fell over when I heard his name. He was infamous. He targeted monsters driven by lust for money. And was known for demanding the greatest share of the spoils, leaving his allies short-changed. Arnatax continued to badger me about my debt.
Better pay quick before the interest gouges you.
I accompanied this sorcerer on a short trip in order to pay off my debt.
Beast. A sorcerer has no use for riches, and yet Contact insists on collecting his precious trinkets. Trinkets.
They say money isn't everything. Well, they're wrong. Monsters like that earn you much money. Money!
They're all mine!
That's it, my friend! You go on, yeah. You're beaten and poor. Life's tough. That's it, my friend. You go on. Earn your...
You?
He cared about nothing other than wealth.
No fortune is ever enough.
We two are both sorcerers. A sorcerer worth his salt can make a small fortune. It just depends how low he is willing to stoop. But still, he was not satisfied.
It's not enough, not even close.
The question is, what fueled his insatiable lust for wealth? We hid in the shadows, observing. We spotted our target.
A pretty impressive beast, eh?
Some people wield sorcery to satiate their lust for wealth. Blindly melding with random gold trinkets to grotesque ends. Countless people have suffered this fate, transforming into monsters. We faced one such creature then. Similar ones scattered the land. They are sometimes called slum slime.
We're in the money today!
Karnataks cracked a conniving smile and set after the monster.
Give me the lacrima, buddy. Okay, I'm just gonna end it right here. I wanna thank everyone for watching. Leading Apathy, I'm out. I might just do another live stream this week again. I'll let you guys know when. Well, later.